Hey loves, if you want to see how I turn this raggedy old box into this money dispensing flower bomb, stay tuned. You just want to take a plastic bag and cut it open for spray painting the box. You don't want the people them calling you saying you're vandalizing their property. And if you own your home, if you want to mess up your floor, that's up to you. So you just want to spray it, make sure it's fully covered. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to cover all the surfaces because it's going to peek through the flowers. So as you can see, she's laid, she's smooth, she's clean. Really easy, really simple. We're going to let her dry for like 10 minutes. Okay, so once the box is fully dried, we're gonna take our bill, whatever dollar bill you want to use, and you're just gonna measure a nice little line, and that's where you're gonna cut. I didn't use a ruler because it was never that deep. And then you can use your scissors to put this part. I bought this X-Acto knife and I wanted to be extra and cut a slit through it and actually use it, but scissors might be easier. I will also say I ended up having to go back in a little later and make a bigger hole because I actually broke the box, don't mind me, but you need to make a bigger hole for the money to slide through easier. So make sure you make your slot nice and big, because here, as you can see, I'm kind of struggling to get the dollar bill in, and this would have been relieved if I just made the hole bigger, but I made all the mistakes, so you didn't have to. And then here, you're just making sure that your bill can fit through the slot. So here we have Mr. Benjamin and his brothers. Please ignore the dirty table. I was working on a project before this, but you just want to line them up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just make sure they're facing the same direction. If you love yourself, don't tape the tape like this. As you can see, I put it in the middle, and then the problem is when you pull it through, you're ripping the edges out. Like, look at that. You see? No, you don't want that for the celebrant. So you want to tape it right on the edge. Boom. Just like that. Period, poo. Now you can see it's nice and smooth compared to here where the edges are all lifted, no edge control, and then here is smooth with the got to be. Love it. So here you just want to roll the money up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just roll it smooth. You know what my mom said to me? She was like, you know how to roll the money so good because of all that weed you smoke in school. And I was just like, I don't even smoke weed. But that's not the point. So you just want to roll it up. Rolling. Now you just want to take your fake flowers and just pluck the petals right off. This is Dollar Tree stuff, so it's gonna come right off without any issue. You just want to pluck. If you made it to this point, please like, comment, subscribe. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take your scissor and knife and cut a nice X right into the box. And then we're just gonna stick the back of the flower right through that hole, and it stays in. And look at her already. She's already getting cute. Yes, we love to see it. And now you just want to place it a little bit farther out so that they're not overlapping too much, but just enough. And you'll see what I mean. And then you're just gonna keep repeating those steps. Try to put the little yellow in there for some razzle dazzle, because those are my sister's favorite colors. Here we have the lid, and I just repeated the steps, and now we have the little slot. But the issue is, I didn't think when I did this, and I realized that the cover is not gonna fit with all these flowers in the way. So what I ended up doing was just cutting off the edges, and we're gonna keep those edges on the side for later when we do our little ornament. And while I was cutting it, I took out some of the flowers just because they were in the way and I didn't want to cut them off by accident, and you could just put them right back in. Now we have our lid, and at the end of the video you'll see I just taped it all up so it can stay on top. So now we're just trying to put our first bill from the roll that we made through the slot so we can put our ornament on it. You're not gonna have an issue sliding it in because you're gonna make your slot bigger than me. And as you can see, my ornament is a little bit low, like it's kind of smothered by the flowers. So I ended up taking the piece of the edge from the lid that we cut off. Well, my mom ended up doing it, those are her hands. And we just glued it right on. And it was still a bit short, so we ended up gluing a second piece to make it long. And then I just sprayed some spray paint on it to make it a bit more seamless. And that's our final ornament. So while that was drying, we just took the stems from the fake plants and taped it together, and that's gonna act as like our little tissue roll, and then you'll see. And then we just put the money right on it, like the tissue of a tissue roll, and then stuck that right inside the box. And all that does is just help the money flow a lot easier. We just taped our ornament once it was dry to the first bill. Make sure you slip that bill through the top, and there it is, nice and pretty. And then here we just put some tape around the edges of the lid because, like I said, we're gonna just tape the whole box up, smooth it out. Told my mom she was ashy, but she didn't listen to me. Oh well. And here's the little trial run to make sure everything is running smoothly. And if you follow the directions I showed, I bet it did, girl. Look at it, it's so cute. Please stay to the end so you can see the grand reveal. And again, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this.